In this video, we're going to talk about collision theory, and we're going to structure our answers compare them to rate of reaction questions and how we do that. In the next videos after this, you'll be getting the questions, so please make notes during this one for the right keywords that you'll need to use. So collision theory is where the particles of the reactants collide. And when they collide, if they're in the right orientation, they're going fast enough, with enough force, they have enough energy, that energy surpasses the activation energy for the reaction, meaning the reaction will proceed. If we put that to the side and highlight our keywords there, collide and activation energy, and then look at these particles here colliding. Notice they've collided head-on and forcefully, okay, which means that they have then reacted to turn into this new compound. That activation energy is determined on an enthalpy diagram or energy diagram as this energy that goes from here to here, and that's the energy taken for the reaction to proceed. And that's because of this collision between the particles. Now, collision theory, as I said, is if the particles collide with enough force and speed, they'll have the required energy, and if the rate of reaction will increase if there's a high frequency of collisions. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here, I tell students all the time to use the word frequency, and they don't use the word frequency. They'll say no, the number of collision goes up, or number of collisions per second go up. And if you try and do that really long-winded explanation, sometimes you'll miss off per second, because it's only right if it's denoting a given length of time. So if it's denoting a given length of time, you need to say that. Or you can just say frequency, and that says it anyway. So activation energy, if we get the right amount of energy and it goes over the activation energy, the reaction will occur. So successful collision leading to reaction. Now, if that is the case, we've got all of these up here to remind you, and I've highlighted some of the key words. So let's have a think about the key words you would put in an answer. And we'll go through all those kind of questions. So the questions would be, what happens to the rate of reaction when? Okay, so you increase or decrease something. So the word is fast. And we link the word fast with kinetic energy. And in A levels, it's more about the words kinetic energy, okay, which meaning your particles go fast. With enough force, okay, they're hitting each other hard. And there's very few questions that use these two words in your A levels, but it's always good to put them in just in case. The one word that's used all the time is frequency, and that is in all MART schemes. It is, I can't emphasize it enough, that's the word, okay? Collide, well, you can't explain why rate of reaction has gone up if you don't use the word collisions. And activation energy, we've talked about it having to be high enough. The energy has to be high enough to surpass activation energy to make the rate go up. And of course, we need the rate. So these are the words I want you to try and use. And if I was you, I'd stop the video right now and I would use these as my keywords going into any questions that I come across. Now let's put those to the side and just introduce you to the different variables we're going to use. So we're going to talk about concentration in the next few videos, temperature, catalysts, surface area, and pressure. So there are the ones you have to learn, and we'll be going through each of these in the next few videos.